Hey guys, it's Lathan here, and if you've been following my tech journey on TikTok, you know that I recently added a fifth monitor at the bottom of my setup, specifically for my gaming PC. Now, the reason that I added this was to minimize the workload on my gaming PC, as powering 4 monitors all at 144Hz or higher while running Discord, Google Chrome, Wallpaper Engine all at the same time started to affect the performance in some of my games. Now, with the gaming PC separated, all of its performance can be focused on one dedicated monitor. However, when I got this ultra-wide monitor, I hadn't thought of how it would look like on my desk. And unfortunately, due to the placement of my mounts and my cable routing, it ended up looking unsymmetrical and, quite frankly, a bit janky. First off was the planning stage. So I had to use this program called Desk Spacer, and it helped me render out the measurements of my desk, and I used it to plan out the height and the placement of my monitors. This is what I wanted the setup to look like, and it was very helpful for visualization. Now, taking inspiration from ThatTechTeacher on YouTube, who built a floating triple monitor setup by mounting a piece of wood to the studs and attaching the monitors to it, I decided to do something similar. However, in my situation, it was a little bit more complex, as I needed to mount additional monitors above and below the main monitor, and this made the size of wood that they used unsuitable. Also, my monitors were curved, and aligning them perfectly was a challenge due to the lack of the monitor arms. So then I began the renovation by disassembling my existing setup. This involved removing my old PVC panels and dismantling the cable management system that I set up. While this did some minor damage to my walls because I used some cheap double-sided tape, it was nothing that couldn't be patched up later. I took off all the monitors off all their mounts and disconnected all of the cables. And now with a blank canvas, I can start over fresh. I purchased a 5/8 inch thick 4 feet by 8 feet standard spruce plywood, and I had it cut to fit the backsplash of my setup. Choosing the thickest board available ensured that the monitors would have enough depth for secure mounting. So to attach the plywood mount board to the wall, I used lag bolts at the top and numerous deck screws throughout the board, making sure that each one was anchored to a stud using my laser level. With a combination of using the level, some visual adjustments, I mounted the monitors at what seemed like the right height. And in the first test, as you can see here, the monitors were lined up straight and were really flush with the wall. So I then cabled everything to test everything up. After using it, I realized the position was too high even for casual use. So I made a few adjustments to lower everything to the desired level. So I also took the time to lower this monitor a little bit lower. So now it's like just hovering above my desk. It's not touching it directly. Or actually, it might be hovering a little bit. That's fine. But yeah, it's more like the render that I made online. And that way I can lower these monitors here because these ones were bothering me a bit because of how high they were. So I brought them all down a little bit. And yeah, now this one's a little bit lower. It's angled a little bit up so you can get a little better of an angle. And yeah. Next, I wanted to cover up the exposed plywood board, and for this, I used the same PVC panels that my girlfriend has in her setup, and as shown in my last video, I used a Dremel to cut the panels and stuck them to the board using 3M double-sided tape. This way, the wall wouldn't be damaged, and because it was the plywood board, I didn't care if that got damaged. And this is how it finally turned out. The monitors are beautifully aligned and covered, giving my setup a clean and polished appearance. Let me know what you guys think about my new setup in the comments below, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.